The MR816 CSX and X are great new audio interfaces from the folks at Steinberg. Normally we don't spend much time talking about interfaces, but the MR816 is a big exception because of how well it integrates with Cubase. I'm not going to get into the basic functions of the unit, just how it integrates within Cubase. So if you're not sure how to use it to do a simple recording, make sure you check out the Getting Started guide that comes with the unit. Again, the image of the MR816 that you see right now will not show up on your screen in Cubase. I've only put it there to show you how the buttons function in this lesson. Open up the VST Connections window using F4. Now click on the Inputs tab. Let's set up some inputs. If you've already installed the MR816, you'll see a bunch of extra presets here that you wouldn't otherwise see. Here's a preset I just made for this tutorial to keep things nice and tidy on the screen while I show you the functions. Perfect. All of the inputs have already been selected for us as well. Close this window and open up the mixer. Let's make sure we can see all of the inputs. If you can't see any inputs, you may have the Hide Inputs Channels button selected, so just deselect it. Now make sure you can see the extended view by clicking on the arrow here. In order to see the special MR816 settings on a channel, we need to click on these little triangles on each input channel and select Hardware. We can also see these settings on the channel settings page for each of the inputs. Let's go through exactly what we're seeing and what we have control over in this window. To start, up at the top we have these two gray rectangles. The left one lets us know if the pad is on for the input. To turn on the pad, press the pad button on the front of the MR16, and while holding it down, press the Quick Connect button on the desired input. Watch it change as I turn the pad on and off. The one on the right lets us know whether phantom power is on for the input. To turn on phantom power, press the plus 48 volts button on the front of the unit, and while holding it down, press the Quick Connect button on the desired input. The thing I love is that we get this great little diagram of the signal path. So first we have the pad and the phantom power settings, followed by the input. Below that, there are buttons to invert the phase of the input and a button to enable a high-pass filter on the input. The high-pass filter will reduce the level of any frequencies under 80. Remember, we're playing with the input here, so anything we do will be written to the recording and you can't undo it. I don't suggest turning either of these buttons on unless you're sure you want to. Both of these things can be applied to the track once a recording is done, but it's cool to know that they're there if need be.